Hey out there, it's 5amMesterScrum. Scrum. Hope everybody's doing well. It is Tuesday, right? And it's 5:42 a.m. Hope you're doing well and you survived your Monday. I almost did not survive my Monday yesterday on the way to work. I almost died on the highway. But anyway, this is 5amMesterScrum. Scrum. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Mester, Agile Coach and Scrum Master, talking about Agile and Scrum in practical and tactical terms and how we go about doing things, and just sharing with you some ideas on how you can get your work done, get changes for customers quicker, get home to your family and friends to have some fun, and for the business to make some money. And at the same time, not stressing out and working 80 hours to accomplish your goals, right? And have some fun along the way. So today I want to talk about two things. I might touch on my stuff yesterday. I know I'm debating that whether I'm going to do that or not. I want to talk about asking for permission as part of the coaching agreement that I typically develop, and then coaching wheel. One of the activities, retrospective activities that you can do about building communications and figure out who are your stakeholders for what you do and how you interact with them. Part of one of the coaching experiences. But I want to take those experiments, just like I did with the penny activity the other day, which I might adjust more so that you can apply that to other things and what you do. So with that, let's talk about it. First, let's see. It's episode 120, by the way. And one of the difficult thing about this show is now I have to monitor what things I talk about so I don't repeat, because I did have one thing I was going to talk about, but I talked about it before. I was going to talk about Agile versus Waterfall and why that comparison is just wrong, right? And how it's really two different things. Waterfall is more of a method, or a what do you want to call it? A methodology of how to manage a project, where Agile is not a methodology for managing a project, it's a mindset, right? And I was going to kind of do that again, but I'm like, I just did that. So if I figure a different twist out what I want to talk about, if I see more conversation about that, I'll bring that up. But I am going to actually make a little clip about that. So anyway, let's talk about it. So I'm going to talk about the coaching wheel and asking for permission. So on the thumbnail, you might have saw this little coaching wheel kind of the beginning of the coaching wheel, right? And I started filling it out. I didn't fill it all the way out because I wanted to add stuff as we went. And in the activity that we do, one of the ACC things we did, but you draw your little coach. Here's me, the Agile cheerleader, woohoo, right? And you put people you interact with and what kind of, as a coach, what your influences are and stuff. But you can do this with anybody. It doesn't have to be a coach. It could be a person. It could be a developer in a team. It could be a product owner. Like, you can substitute these people, and you have your little person in there and what you do. Like, what's your activities with the product owner? What might come back? Are you, if I have product owner, let's say I put Scrum Master, right? I put on here Scrum Master, draw a little circle. Ooh. Scrum Master, Scrum Master. One day I'll get good at writing these things. And then you have your interaction. Like, I'm interacting, a big interaction with my Scrum Master. So me, the Agile cheerleader. Cheerleader. I am our coach, if you want to call yourself a coach. What's my interaction with them? Is it more? Is it training? Is it mentoring? No. Is it expertise? Maybe a Scrum Master sharing expertise with me. Is it coaching? Facilitating? I don't know. Different things we do. But here you can talk about what kind of interaction. Do you have technical data going out? Me just, more facilitating. with the facilitate the product owner, right? I got the enterprise robot over here, the enterprise system corporate, maybe. I'm just messing around. Go to corporate. It's not much me in front. It's more them coming to me, and me. It's more of a guidance. Maybe it's just small inputs, like when corporate gives you a policy or how to use a tool, and you wonder, I wonder if they ever were a Scrum Master. They give you stuff sometimes. It's like, were you a Scrum Master before? You want all this admin overhead and you ever code? This kind of things. So it's a lot of, this is more directives, right? This is like the transformation directives. You shall do it this way. So a lot of that's coming that way, and I get very little influence on that way. Just things where I try to fix things that whatever they come up with and participate. Maybe with my boss, maybe my bosses gave me guidance, and I'm just kind of coaching my boss. Maybe some coaching on Agile, some Agile principles. But here he's giving me directions, or maybe corporate goals. Right. So this is like the wheel. So I made a wheel, put me in the middle, put some users on the other. I got my team, and back and forth. They're pretty much the same, like the Scrum Master. Maybe not as much activity in some things. Like I don't necessarily need to facilitate. I'm not like facilitating the team too much because I'm not doing that. Because reality, that's a Scrum Master. So what I like to draw, and this is a little thing. So as a coach, you build alliances or agreements or little side activities where I'll work with the Scrum Master, and the two of us together will influence the team. Influence team. So there's a little side agreement between when I do talk with my Scrum Masters, I try to coordinate with them. I'm like, well, what would you like to do? And how can I help you? And I will, when I coach the individual team members, I'll make sure I'm in communication with the Scrum Master and try to cover the same kind of topics. Say one, maybe help influence from another perspective the things that they see going on with the team. But that way I'm helping. I got alliance with my Scrum Master to help the team. So this is a nice little exercise, and what's really helpful doing this exercise, you can do it with the team, individuals, and what they work with. So like you help them develop those relationships and what's your expectations, right? So now you're kind of building an agreement, or at least a plan. How if instead of being the Agile cheerleader, instead of having that, let's say I took this out, right? And instead of the PO or product or business over here, I want to write Agile coach, because you always want to throw yourself in there, right? Agile coach down here bottom. Maybe I'll put my product owner, my product owner here in the middle, and then maybe now you have, but they have a different connection. Maybe they have business, other business areas over here, big corporate buildings. I don't know. And then up here, maybe they have the customer. Maybe the customer's on top. Lots of customers, right? Customer, right? So maybe that's what that is. So the Agile coach might be, hey, I'm going to do some coaching on how to do Agile to my product owner, and my product owner will give me feedback on what they need help. So maybe there's some facilitation stuff, or just, I don't know, sharing of tech, business tech, like on the coaching diagram when we drew that, we had when we did that, we had the X, right? Well, dotted line here, dotted line, dotted line, dotted line. And in the middle here was the business. So maybe that area is what comes back to the Agile coach. and help. And this in the coaching part may get more fundamental, not necessarily teaching. I mean, teaching the beginning, right? But maybe it's more fundamental, like backlog improvement, backlog grooming, facilitating. Maybe I'm facilitating um, backlog maintenance, and then maybe with the PO. And what do you want from these guys? You go to the PO, you go to Scrum Master. What's your relationship with them, right? And just doing that coaching wheel or the interaction wheel that you might want to have. And then with this customer and with the boss, with their boss, right? And so on with the team, like how often, is it a daily? Is it weekly? Set up those. So by drawing this out, who all your connection points are, now you can coach this person and how they need to interact, get an agreement, look at their time, look at their schedule. Getting lean, aren't we? So if you know what your interactions are, you can figure out, hey, I need to spend 10% of my time with the team, 10% with the Scrum Master, that's 20%, maybe 5% with who all wants to meet with their boss, right? 5% business, maybe this is another 20%. Maybe with the customer, that's like 40%, and you can break this down. And maybe you put tester in here instead of like a team. Maybe it's your BA, right? So then they can do this. So basically, you're kind of show the product owner, whoever this person is in the middle, what their interaction phase. And this is a great little coaching thing as a Scrum Master or a coach. You can do this coaching wheel or this interaction wheel with anybody. Where are they at? What are they communicating with? Just to get them thinking about how often they need to spend time and why. And by doing this graphic, it helps people understand that. Anyway, just want to share that with you. But I would really apply this like in a meeting, a one-on-one with somebody. I mean, you do the activity as a whole. You can do it as a group. And then what I would do is save a copy of that. I'm just looking for the lid to this thing, which I can't find. And then use that in future sessions, whether you're a Scrum Master or an Agile coach or whatever you have. I should have took a picture of that. Oh, well, it's gone. Anyway, it's in video land, right? And just have that conversation. So with that, I want to jump over. So this is 5am Mester Scrum. Please like and subscribe. Hit the little bell if you like it, like the conversation. Give me feedback on the coaching wheel. Maybe if you used it yourself for your teams as a coach, and had some fun. And let me show you my shirt. So this is a shirt. I am an engineer. My family was having fun, and I'm good with math, right? That I can't spell. I'm a classic engineer, right? Maybe that's why I do the video thing. I blog a lot though too, but they were having a good old time. Anyway, so asking for permission. As a coach or Scrum Master or anybody, to be honest with you, it's a good habit. As a coach, I put it in my coaching agreement. And one of the things you learn about coaching, if I'm going to go coach somebody, I ask permission. If I'm going to talk, I say, is it okay if I add something? If it's not, I'm good. And you have to have these agreements to understand where the boundaries are. But I always ask for permission. Some people are like, why are you asking permission? Just as a coach, just talk. I'm like, no, you guys are doing what you're doing. I am just here to help you when I can. If I'm not able, if it's not okay to do it now, and hopefully their coaches are aware of when it's a good time and a bad time to add in coaching activities. Maybe I'll coach it later, but it's always good to do the asking permission. It makes them feel good because you know what? They control the situation. By asking permission, you are giving them ownership. You are giving them the wherefore all the power in the conversation where they want to go. And it's a great dynamic because if you come in as a coach and you don't ask them, may I have permission to coach or go into talk about some things, by doing that, you make them feel better because not a lot of people do that, right? Say, is it okay if I add something? Is it okay? Rather than just blurting out, do this, right? It's a different mindset in the brain. And by doing that, hopefully they'll learn that too. So like rather than just tell someone what to do, it's like, okay, and give you some advice on this, because you know what? You're not always there to tell them exactly what to do. And we talked about the other day when we were the show The Prophet, where he wasn't there every day to tell them exactly what to do. He just says, I just want to see this, you know, give me your show me your patent document. And he would ask, where's your patent document? How's it going? The guy would give him a talk. Playing games right that's like, no. So he hired a patent lawyer to go to the patent office, find out how the stats of the patent, because it's all public information, right? Patents are public. And he found out the guy was like really didn't know what he was talking about, and he was just not thinking. So he had a lot of stuff going on. But that's where you aren't like in there all the time, but you're asking permission. Hey, can you give me this? And they say, yeah, I'll give you this. And then they get the ownership to do such that they make the commitment, right? That also that asking permission sets up that commitment capability. And with that, we're at 16:09 on the clock. I think we got it. We did enough for Tuesday. I'm going to put some clips out today. I'm upgrading my website, so if it's down, it's down, but that's okay. I'm going to upgrade it so I can help improve the performance of my different activities I got going on today. And with that, please like and subscribe. Hit the little bell. I love this little bell that they got me for the show. They love this show, my kids. And give us a thumbs up where you see in all the different social medias. You know, we have podcast. We're pretty much on everything. And we've been experimenting with TikTok a little bit, trying to get some more fun TikTok videos and bring them in the show and everything like that. So hope you're all doing well. I'm looking forward. Part of this episode, I am going to start coaching a gentleman in New Zealand. So that's going to be fun with the time scale. Even 5am Mester Scrum may not be early enough for this activity. But we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to work out how we can bring that in the show and what he's up to and what he's willing to do. So we'll see if we'll bring little clips, not during the 5am Mester Scrum Show, but maybe on other clips that we'll send out during the day and little pieces so that you can learn from that also. With that, have fun, enjoy your day, and take care. Happy scrumming. Bye. There you go. There you go.